Hello, Star Wars and unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show, Shelf Talk. Alright, so today we're going to talk about this shelf right here. Not too much to go on this shelf, okay? A couple of odds and ends, but as you can see, we're always trying to find new and creative ways to display and put items out there. So let's we'll just start taking things off one at a time just so we can see. We have a couple of titanium. I'm not sure what I want to do with titanium vehicles. I have them all in this package, all right? This package, this came out, what are we talking about, like 2009, so we're talking 10 years ago. It was basically a die-cast version, kind of Hot Wheels size, but before they started actually partnering with Hot Wheels, okay? And they have re-released some of these on a titanium vehicle. By the way, if my heater goes on, I apologize for the noise, but this is a great item. I love the packaging. I love what this is set up as. So part of me thinks just leave it alone, but there are a lot of these. Right now you can only see, this one is only a few. You have Dengar's Punishing One. I don't even think this might have been in a comic or something, or maybe the Clone Wars. But yeah, Dengar. That's Dengar's ship in case you ever noticed. There it is. Okay, so that's one. You also have a B-Wing Starfighter. Okay, there you go. Again, it's a really cool setup. I like that you can display them kind of in full-out mode. Okay, I don't remember if these come with like a little stand. I've rarely opened these up. I may have opened up one or two. All right, some of them I didn't even open them up. I bought them open because I have almost the entire collection of these. This is the V-19 Torrent Starfighter from Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So there you go. It's kind of cool. Now, I'll be honest with you, these aren't really supposed to be on the shelf. What happened? I have these things hanging from the rafters, and the units that they were hanging from, the little pins, they fell out, so they fell to the ground, so I didn't get a chance to put them back up, so I just placed them on the shelf. So, needless to say, we'll probably have to find another place for them. But, in addition, you'll see the Collector Series. These are the figures that came out in the mid-90s, the new 12-inch figures. I know this seems kind of weird, so forgive me. I took them out of the box, only to put them back into a plastic box. I was able to come across these plastic bottles. They came flat, and I was able to put them up just to kind of keep them, really to keep them from gathering too much dust until I figure out other ways to display them. Obviously, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. I have quite a few of them in this, but I've also kept some out of them and put them in regular displays. I just had a few of these to use temporarily just to kind of house them. We have the Royal Guard. I gotta say, Hasbro did a really nice job of these 12-inch figures. This is before Sideshow / Hot Toys took the line and started using them. I think they did a pretty good job, particularly with the masked and the masked characters. I mean, look at there's a TIE Fighter pilot. I mean, that's a pretty nice likeness, right? Okay, pretty good. And it comes with a weapon. All right, really a nice thing. Sorry for the glare. Okay, but some cool things there. Hello, what have we here? Give Leia my love. Lando Calrissian. What I loved about this is that if you've ever seen in any collector books and things about the vintage line from the 70s and early 80s, they did plan on releasing a 12-inch Lando. They released, I think, 12 or 13 12-inch figures. You go back on some of my earlier videos from Vintage Line, you will see that I have an open and kind of a shelf talk with them. And they were going to release a Lando, and the Lando, looked very much like this character, like this model design. So it's kind of cool. So there you go. I think just in times I got the part of this also was a result of unboxing out of necessity, and those who know me know that there was a flood that we had here, and a lot of figures got damaged, their boxes got damaged, so I just opened them up. Here's a rather odd posed Luke Skywalker. That's another reason I sometimes use these boxes, because there's no way for them to fall, so it's kind of nice. His helmet seems a little disproportionate, but overall not a bad likeness. Okay, so there you go with that. Now Han Solo, I gotta say, I'm not a fan of the Han likeness here, okay? It's kind of weird, but the rest of the costume looks really good. I like him. He has both of his trusty sidearm and a Stormtrooper blaster, so kind of neat. Not quite sure what the deal is with the collar up. It's kind of weird, but yeah, the Collector Series came out with some great ones. There's some hidden back here. I'm gonna get them out. We've got, of course, Vader. Never a big fan of how they did the Vader. this is one example where if you look at the Sideshow or the Hot Toys, and then you look at this, you go, oh, ugh, what were they thinking? But nonetheless, it's almost like from this, it's like a nice historical perspective of Hasbro really making a solid attempt to give action figures to all the main characters. So back here, got two more. Or no, it's a couple more. We'll get to some more. There's Boba Fett. Same as Vader. I mean, I liked it. I didn't love it. I feel like the helmets are a little small. I think part of the reason is that these helmets don't come off. When you build the figure with a head, with a human head, and put the mask on him, they actually look more like the actual figure. This one is just a lot of exposure under his neck. It's kind of weird. So, but, you know, the rest of the costume look good. That's another reason why I took them out and put them in these plastic, because then you can see the backs. So you can actually get a good view of the whole thing, and you can take it out and put it back in if you wanted to. So that kind of gives a little more option. That's something there. All right, so before we get on to the rest, well, actually I'm going to slide this. I'll do this last. We have Luke with his little tentacle from the Dianoga, and it comes with his helmet, and he's all, you can see he's all kind of muddied up. I think that's mud. Ooh, maybe it's not mud. Anyway, we won't think about that. I love his slicked back hair look here. You know, again, comparatively speaking, I don't think this is the best figure, but I do like that it came, you know, the idea that they were giving it the tentacle. Of course, it's only the tentacle. It's not the whole Dianoga, which makes me wonder what happened to the rest of it. So who knows there? Oh, we got here. Oh, yes, another great one. And again, there's a lot of moisture out down here, so you can see that some of these figures have kind of stuck to the back of the wall, which is another reason why I do keep them in plastic, because again, folks, we're dealing with a basement, and a basement has moisture, and not only just regular dampness in the air moisture, but you know, we're underneath the bathroom, so if there's any kind of leaking or anything of that nature, it's going to go into the walls. It's going to kind of get affected. It's okay. Most of the items that we have are away from the walls or protected by some piece of plastic like this, like Lando here, another Lando. I feel bad for Lando. Poor guy. He can't like even see out of that helmet. Dude, what's the matter with you? All right. Well, I can't get this open right now, so I'll fix him later. But I do love the costume, the armor. Comes with his weapon. Of course, the plastic, you know, these were never meant to be on display. You can see the plastic starts to bend. That's a normal occurrence. But again, pretty decent likeness. I think they do a better job with Lando than they did with Luke and Han. And we have a Hoth Luke here. Come on. We have a Hoth Luke. Okay, and he comes with his goggles and his lightsabers kind of in the back there. So, really nice. Echo 3 to Echo 7. Pretty cool. All right, now we got this piece. Let's talk about this, all right? So this is a collector piece from San Diego Comic-Con 2012. And it's kind of a, I guess just a kind of celebrating the whole saga at the time. So you can see they have a different figure. Let's start from Episode 4, New Hope. Okay, they have, actually no, let's start with Episode 1. Of course they have Jar Jar from Episode 1. This card stock, this card design never really became released anywhere else, so kind of liked it. I liked the design of the box, so I said, let's keep this one for now. Attack of the Clones, Episode 2, there's a Clone Trooper. Episode 3, another Clone Trooper. Shock Trooper, actually. Episode 4, you got a Sand Trooper. Episode 5, got Leia, Bespin Leia. And Episode 6, you've got Vader, but getting all the shock treatment, Return of the Jedi. Okay, so you have that. Now, the really cool thing is that underneath here, this thing kind of opens up, and there's this thing, if you look at it this way, it looks like the carbon freezing chamber. And although I don't want to get too crazy with it, because I'm afraid it's going to, oh, it opens up like this. And there's a spot here to put a 7th figure. Where is that 7th figure? Oh, yes. The 7th figure. Oh, now I got to get this thing to close, though. Yeah, unfortunately, cardboard boxes have made it kind of a challenge. This is the 7th figure. Jar Jar Binks in carbonite. No, there is no deleted scene that we see Jar Jar go into carbonite. But if anybody has been a fan since the prequel trilogy, since the original trilogy, will know that Jar Jar Binks has a lot of mixed reaction. Okay, I have been one to formally say I am not a Jar Jar hater. I'm not a Jar Jar like super enthusiast, but I didn't mind him. I thought he was fine. I thought he came in. I mentioned in previous episodes, I think a lot of his comical elements were akin to Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton, old silent movie comedy stars that I absolutely adore. So I appreciated the throwback and the reference and paying homage to those great comedy legends. So I always didn't mind Jar Jar, but apparently a lot of people did, and there was a lot of hate on Jar Jar. I was very sad to see so many fans get so angry over just a simple CGI character, whom, by the way, I feel is very much an innovative character that was the precursor to so many CGI moments that we have now, from Lord of the Rings through all the way through today with Star Trek aliens and other Star Wars aliens and all sorts other even TV show aliens. Okay, so I think that we owe a lot to the creators of Jar Jar and those who did it. But there was a funny moment where a fan did an art piece of Jar Jar and carbonate and had it on display in I think it was Celebration 3, and George Lucas was there, and he happened to walk past and see it, and he loved it so much that he commissioned the artist to make another one for him, and it now sits in Jar Jar and carbonate now sits in Skywalker Ranch or Lucasfilm or someplace over there. So that was pretty good. So that will do it today. I know that you can see some stuff above and below, but we'll get them on another day. I just like to keep it to one shelf at a time. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Can't leave comments, so email me if you have any questions. Again, I'm looking into ways to do that. I might try to. Right now I have everything set for suitable for children, because it really is. I don't like the way that they have to disable comments, but I understand why as a teacher who cares very deeply about the welfare of young people. I understand why YouTube is doing what they're doing. They're doing it to protect children, and they're protecting themselves. So I get it. I hope they can come up with a way to be a little less vague and allow us to do stuff like that. Oh, my heat just went on. So, okay. So thank you so much for watching. Email me at DarthTuba77 if you have any questions or comments, things you want to find out about. We will be back with more uploaded videos and shelf talks. Until next time, may the Force be with you.